Watch this video to learn about 5 new mythical items in Minecraft and how to get them with just commands. So we'll start with the Scroll of Teleportation, which you could see in the intro. Basically it takes one position you can set, and then if you activate another scroll and enter the portal, this is the new position and you get teleported to the old position. I think that makes sense, but you can break them because it's just armor stands. So the very first command we need to enter is execute edit a if entity id, and then the teleportation, the Scroll of Teleportation name, you can change it to whatever you want, but then just make sure to include it in those command blocks. Radius equals 3, run, summon armor underscore stand, portal, and then those coordinates to make it 1 block in 2 blocks in front of you and 1 block up. And then all the scrolls of teleportation are cool. Just make sure to enter the whole name of your scroll, and this should be chain conditional and always active. By the way, all of the greenish command blocks in this tutorial are chain conditional and always active, so I don't need to say it all over again. Well, now we have this command block that just takes the player, and if it is near a portal, so portal armor stand, then it teleports to the closest other portal, and then it kills the old armor stand. Makes sense, doesn't it? This is just some invisibility stuff, so you can't see the armor stands, and this is for the particle because otherwise it would be pretty boring, I think. Also, the portal always teleports towards its current position, so it can float in the air like that, otherwise it would fall down. Next on our list we've got the Helmet of Haste. You see, if I equip this helmet I'm a lot quicker, I've got a haste effect, and I've got this nice particle trail. So now I'll show you the commands. So this is gonna work for every single golden helmet, gold helmet in the whole game, because Mojang just doesn't add anything like a name detector for the Haste item section. That would be nice, Mojang, if you're watching. I think you can just copy the commands. This one was for haste, this is for speed, and this is for the particle. You can change the particle or the position, and it's important if you don't know, this is the time and this is the amplifier. So I could enter 10 and I would get a speed 11, but I think you know that. We also have the Crystal of Protection. If you hold this crystal in your main hand, you become slower, you get a resistance effect and a little strength effect, so it's not completely useless as a weapon. And yeah, also those nice sound effects play from time to time. Again, this works for each single amethyst shard in the game, because you can't detect names of items. In this item at least. So just copy that part, again, time, amplifier, and the true just makes it so that there are no particles shown. Then we get slowness. So this is for the sound. You can change the sound to whatever you want, just look up a list on the internet, and you can also change this delay in ticks. So for example, if I want the sound to play more often, then I can do this. But I think 40 was pretty good, so it's triggered once every 2 seconds. And this last command is for the strength. So now we have the Quiver of Infinite Arrows. I think I'll just show you this in survival / sorry, I can't really type. You see, I just get an arrow every time I don't have any arrows in my inventory. This time it's a little more complicated, but not really complicated compared to my other tutorials. Execute as at a has item equals saddle unless entity at a says item equals arrow, run give it as arrow. So what does this do? This basically tests for an arrow in our inventory and for a saddle in our inventory. And again, the name of the saddle doesn't matter actually. And yeah, if we don't have an arrow and we have the saddle, then we get an arrow. This is how it works. You can technically add a delay in ticks, but I have it like that. So last but not least, we've got the Shield of Elemental Protection, which I'm gonna test out here because I accidentally broke a command block with this before. So you see it can turn mobs into ice, and it can set them ablaze, but yeah, now it happened. Unequip it quickly. And yeah, the commands are pretty much the same again, at least for the whole effect stuff. And that's the whole effect stuff. It's just water breathing and fire resistance. And then this command block here just makes a random entity within 15 blocks set the block that currently adds to fire, and it has a delay tick of 100. You can change it, obviously. This is a delay tick of 200, and this makes the entities turn into ice. And the holo just makes them not die. I could also have done replace air, so my command blocks don't get broken, which actually happened before. But who cares? Subscribe.